Well, everything is set up almost exactly the way it was when I quit last night. And I worked at it off and on during the rest of the day yesterday and well into the evening. And the rollback that I'm about to insert here is pretty lengthy. I can't remember now how long it is. I think it's something like 12, 13 minutes. And if you don't want to be bothered watching it, you just go ahead to the bottom, to the time that I'm going to put at the bottom of your screen right now. But what I did do was I came back here and I worked on this. Made a mistake on it too. If you watch the rollback, you'll see. Got to try and fix the mistake I made. Anyway, our sunrise this morning, well, it hasn't come up yet. It's only 7:38. I'm not expecting to see it for about half an hour yet. Seems to me that yesterday morning it came up around 8 or 9 minutes after 8, so that means it's probably going to be 10 or 11 minutes after 8. And it's coming up more to the right all the time. It's quite noticeable now. Well, like I mentioned before, this time of the year we notice the changes quite readily. Anyway, let's roll back and watch our rollback and see how I got to this place here. Now, when we left yesterday's episode, I think one of the things I was saying was that I had wanted to lower the camera down and maybe set it on the table. At least I think I said that, and if I didn't say it, I was thinking it. Well, we've just lowered it a bit here. I've got it on a different type of tripod. Okay, so now because we've turned this around, this piece now is going to be on this side, not on this side. Now we are going to have to put a radius on this. So let me just turn this a little bit here. This is actually the first time I'm trying this, so I'm kind of curious myself as to how it's gonna react here. I've got to try and get my angle just right here. All right, this should go. Yeah, I can see where if we bend that, put a radius on that, it should fit really nice. Okay, let's do that. Let's just find a dowel. I have those metal dowels, and I'll just roll it back and forth on here and put a bit of a radius on it. Now I don't know what size this dowel is. It looks like about. I didn't measure it or check the dimension on the index, but it looks like about 3/8 of an inch in diameter. So we're just gonna roll it just a little bit here. We don't want to overdo it. Otherwise, they're going to be busy trying to straighten it back out. So how's that look? Maybe a little bit on the end there. Okay, let's give that a try here. Try and get it in the center of the field of view. All right, now I'm going to be looking straight down on it, so oops. And as usual, I'm going to be dropping it. Okay, how does that look here? Well, to the way I'm seeing it, I think that's almost perfect. I think I'm going to just CA it right there. Okay, this is just sitting on there. Now, I can do this one of two ways. I can either apply it to the bottom of the railing, or I can, and then set it in place, or I can put a little bit along the edge here and then set it in place. I don't know which way to go here. I'm going to try and put it on the, you can't see me doing it of course, but I'm putting it on the bottom of the railing. And I hope I can get it over there before everything cures. Okay, here we come. I don't think it's set in the right place. Oh. Well, that didn't work, did it? All right, plan B. Okay, it looks good from my perspective. Should it maybe be pushed back just a little bit? There. Okay, let's let that cure like that. Okay, I've already rolled the other one, and it's just sitting there. And we're going to go with what worked before. Okay, very gingerly now. How does that look? Let me check the monitor. I think I'm going to leave well enough alone and not poke at it. Oh, by the way, I want to give you perspective here. That's not my toe. When I focus my macro lens, I always have it wide open, and then I pinpoint focus on the area that I'm going to be actually working. In this case, where I'm applying the CA. You'll notice that the applicator is fairly sharp, and the foreground and background is just fuzzed right out. And yeah, I forgot to stop it down, and I just wanted you to see the difference. I will be stopping it down in a second. Letting go of these things is always the problem. It doesn't look straight on there. It doesn't look straight. I was looking at it from straight above, so come on. That CA is going to cure on me. Okay, how is that? Well, I think after I reinforce it later, then maybe I can bend this top railing just a little bit so it looks more believable. Oh shoot, I forgot to stop the lens down. Okay, now you can see it better. Okay, I'll do the other one. Oh, it's got to go there. Whoops. I could just get it to, what I could do is spray some curing agent on it, but I could get it to just stick like that. Okay. Now, oh, no, it's slumping back. There. I think if we reinforce that, then I can adjust it later. Now, I got a message from one of the viewers, and he says, why don't you check the book? Well, I don't know if he says why, but he said check the book. So I checked the book. He gave me the page number and the diagram number and everything, and if we check the book, you can clearly see, I hope you can see the mouse cursor moving here. Here's that railing that we were wondering about. The way they've got it drawn sort of slightly bent over. You can see it's just sort of slightly curved, but it's sort of leaning away and leaning out over this whatever that I thought was an electric motor or something. And then here we can see the railing in the back that we're going to try and bend right now. It's drawn slightly different here to what we're going to do, but the idea is the same. So you can see it takes a bit of a jog. Now I think the photo edge piece that we're going to be working with, it takes 2 jogs, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Well, no, I guess not. It goes from this level to this level to this level. It does take 3 jogs. Okay. Anyway, yeah. Thanks for the comment. Well, obviously I'm getting tired. It's getting late. My voice is going. I'm making mistakes. You notice that everybody probably noticed, that I glued this one on the wrong way. Instead of having the rail bent out, I had it turned in. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to think about it. I don't know if I should try and bend it over the other way. I think maybe that might be the way to go. I don't think I'll break it off. Yeah. We started out here, it was bright and sunny. And now it's, what do we got here? It's 8:30. And all our cameras have gone into night vision mode. Well, except 2 of them. Anyway, we'll see you in the morning. Well, it's morning. And I'm going to have to clear off my model table a little bit here because there is something else that I want to do. And before I start trying to do whatever it is I'm going to do here. And yeah, the other day I was trying to sew something and my sewing machine had sort of seized up, and I realized I better oil this thing because just in case, not that I'm going to take up sewing. Now, if you happen to be the type of person that likes to sew, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Um, however, yeah, I gotta oil my sewing machine, and I'm just sort of filling in time here while I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do about this. And I'm starting to ramble, and I'm thinking about, obviously I'm thinking about something else at the same time. So anyway, we will get back to this and do whatever it is we got to do here. And then of course I have to, assemble the other two. And then I guess got to think about painting them. Anyway, we'll see you in probably in about an hour or so. Well, I'm sure you're all looking at the clock, and you're thinking, my goodness, did it take that long to oil your sewing machine? Well, no, it didn't. I guess I probably spent a couple hours on it because I was also trying to figure out why it was that I would occasionally get birds' nests on the, coming up from the bobbin. And I don't know if I've got that problem solved or not, but anyway, it seems to be, well, the saying, it is now running like a well-oiled machine, sort of fits. Now, what I'm going to do here is that there's not enough room here to get the Tamiya photo etch plier in. At least I don't think there is. But these tweezers, they come together really nice. And I think the first thing we're going to do is we're going to straighten the top up and then swing everything around and bend it over the other way. I don't want to do it in one operation. I think the thing to do is to, well, I'm gonna move you in. I'll put the macro lens on. Okay, step one. Oh, well, we're back to where we was. Now, I know you did not want to watch me gluing that back on. So, when it was broken off, though, I had the thought cross my mind, okay, now, why don't I bend it back the way it's supposed to go? But, Murphy's Law would probably kick in, and so would metal fatigue. And yeah, so I just left it the way it was and turned it around and stuck it back on. Okay, let's move on. We've got two more parts to get. Now, as long as we're set up like this, let's see if I can move this over. And you can see right on the front there, there's what appears to be a couple of little shoots there. I'm just using Tony's tweezers here. Like there's this one and this one. And I believe that they are supposed to be what you might call a catch slide or something. And I think that what used to happen is that the shells used to, like the casings, used to drop down out of the guns and then come sliding down, because it seems to me I saw a picture of people sweeping up the right in front of this right here. I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be. Anyway, we got to get two little photo etch pieces and bend them into shape, so let's see if we have time to do that. Okay, we can have the fun of using Andy's photo etch bender now. There's D25 and D26, and if I bend them towards the detents, they should be the right shape. Or do I have these the wrong way around? Anyway, I do know which way they're supposed to go on the... actually, they're supposed to go the other way around. Yeah. Or is it... or did I have them right the first time? Anyway, you can see how they're kind of mirror image from each other. And this would be the outside. And this would be the outside on the other one. Yeah, let's just bend them up towards the crease, and see how it goes here. We'll put the macro lens on. I'm looking straight down on it right now, and it's, so let me check the monitor. Can you see it? Oh yeah, it's not too bad. Alright. Now we'll clamp it down right there. Now we just want to bend this to a right angle. I'm going to just try and use the number 11 blade here. I'm pretty sure this is going to work. Alright, loosen it up here. Turn it around. You're probably going to notice it's not perfect 90 degrees, but I'll squeeze those together later. Alright, what happened was I had the bending point too close into the nose of the breaker bar. So this time I'll have it a little bit further out. I know there is the thought that you would put a razor blade or something along in this groove, and then you just run the razor blade up until it touches the nose of the breaker bar. But I have found that you have to have it a little bit further out than that. Otherwise, what will happen is it comes up against the nose instead of... Oops. I didn't tighten it down enough. Okay, I think that's not too bad. Now we'll try this again. Yeah, this time I was able to go right over to 90 degrees. Okay. Now, should we do the other one? Get this out of there. Okay, is that the right way up? Yeah, it is. As I mentioned, I'm looking straight down on it right now so I can see. Alright, let's try that. And a little bit more. There we go. Now, turn it around here. You know, Andy, I don't know if you're listening right now, but if you are, I sure do like this this bending tool. And what is so special about it is it was actually handmade. And I know I probably said this probably 5 times, maybe more. There's no other exactly like it in the world. Similar, yes, but not exactly the same. So it's kind of unique. I've got a unique tool here. Okay, just a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, let me check the clock here. It's 2:22 in the afternoon. Let's see if we have time to get these glued in place. Let's see, they go something like, I believe they go like this, side by side like this. And as far as I know, the large, this part here would go up under the gun, and this part here would be like the chute that would go out onto the deck. At least I think that's the way it is. I'm going to check the manual. Okay, very carefully, Ron. You don't want to have to be gluing your railings back on again. Get these turned around the way they're supposed to go. Alright, you can see how they're supposed to go there, up in onto these guides. But you know what? I think we're going to have to leave this for tomorrow. It's getting a little late in the afternoon. It's about 2:31 right now, and I still have to do the final edit. So I'm going to call it quits for today. Probably I'll be working on it again this evening. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.